Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. Beta, now our chapter 5 of geography is completed. So that today we will start chapter 3 of history, and name of this chapter is Nazism and the rise of Hitler. All of you must have heard about Hitler. As you know, beta, he was the innovator of Nazism. Actually, Nazism, it was not just a word, it was a complete system. In May 1945, beta, when the Second World War ended, after the US dropped atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, after that the Second World War came to an end. At that time, Germany surrendered to the Allies. Beta, here Allies were the Allied powers which were led by UK and France and US. So Germany surrendered to the Allies. So during that time, Hitler and his propaganda minister Goebbels and his entire family committed suicide collectively in his Berlin bunker. With that, beta, when Germany was defeated, at that time, whosoever were the supporter of Nazism, so many of them they committed suicide. So the very first paragraph of this chapter about a boy Helmut, his father was a physician and he also committed suicide. In the same way, here Hitler and his propaganda minister Goebbels also committed suicide. And at the end of the war, an international military tribunal at Nuremberg was set up to prosecute, to punish Nazi war criminals for crimes against peace, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. So, this tribunal was formed. So many crimes that Germany conduct during the war, especially those actions which came to be called crimes against humanity, those raised very serious moral and ethical question. Beta, it means beta here Hitler, he had chosen a very different idea to kill people, and that was known as the concentration camp. People were kept on the in those concentration camp, and from there they were sent to the gas chambers. So it was a serious crime against humanity. And do you know that even after the end of Second World War, the world came to know about this, that what all happened in Germany. So under the shadow of the Second World War, Germany had waged a genocidal war. But a genocidal means killing on large scale, leading to destruction of large sections of people. Means genocidal means that is the killing of about a particular generation or particular community. And in this genocidal war, mass murder of selected groups of innocent civilians of Europe was there. And you will wonder if you will read the number of people killed. During this genocidal war, it included 6 million Jews, 2 lakh gypsies, 1 million Polish civilian, the native of Poland, and 70,000 Germans who were considered mentally or physically disabled. Besides innumerable political opponent. Means you can imagine it was such a large number that the people were killed by Hitler. Nazi devised an unprecedented means of killing people, means that was beyond expectation. That is by guessing them in various killing centers like Auschwitz. Auschwitz, it was a concentration camp in Poland. The Nuremberg tribunal sentenced only 11 leading Nazis to death, but many other was imprisoned for life. Even the whatever punishment was given to them, that was far short of the brutality and extent of their crimes. But the allies, they didn't want to be as harsh as they were after the First World War. Now our second topic is about the birth of the Weimar Republic. Beta, this Weimar Republic, this was created after First World War. As we have read that in First World War also Germany defeated. So at that time the imperialism was ended in Germany, and the opportunity was given to the parliamentary parties just to regain the German politics, right? So now we will discuss this topic. And at the end of the First World War, the Treaty of Versailles was signed, and in that Germany had to pay a large amount, that was near about 6 billion pound. And even the rich mineral source areas, 1/10 of the population, the coal and the iron, all these sources Germany has to hand over to allies. That is why this treaty was basically very much humiliating for the German people, and German people, they blame the Weimar Republic for that, for this humiliating defeat. So let us start this topic. Birth of the Weimar Republic. Germany, a powerful empire in the early years of 20th century, fought the First World War against the allies, or these allies were England, France and Russia. All joined the war hoping to gain from a quick victory. But they were not aware that this war will stretch on so long, and it just drained all the resources of Europe. And in this war also Germany made initial gains by occupying France and Belgium, but later on, after the entry of US, these allies, these were strengthened, and they won and they defeated Germany and the Central Powers in November 1918. So during that time, the defeat of Imperial Germany and the abdication of the emperor have an opportunity to parliamentary parties to recast German politics. Like I was telling you that when Germany was defeated and the imperialism was thrown away, then these parliamentary parties were there to cast the German politics. National Assembly met at Weimar and established a democratic constitution with the federal structure. And now the other people, these deputies, were now elected to the German parliament or Reichstag. It means beta German parliament, it was known as Reichstag. Like जो इंडिया की पार्लियामेंट को क्या बोलते हैं, संसद. So, and these deputies, those were elected on the basis of equal and universal votes cast by all adults including women. So this way this Weimar Republic was formed. But this Weimar Republic did not receive well by its own people because of the terms of that Treaty of Versailles, that I was telling you that they are to sign this Treaty of Versailles after the defeat in World War I. And in this treaty, Germany lost its overseas colonies, 1/10 of its population, 13% of its territories, 75% of its iron, 26% of its coal to France, Poland and Lithuania. And the Allied powers demilitarized Germany and weakened its power. The War Guilt Clause held Germany responsible for the war. So the Germany was held responsible for this World War I, and now Germany had to pay the damages to the Allied countries. Germany was forced to pay compensation amounting to £6 billion, and the Allied armies also occupied the resource-rich Rhineland. Many Germans held the new Weimar Republic responsible for not only the defeat in the war but also the disgrace and insult in the Versailles. So, this way, Germany was badly defeated and Germany had to pay a large amount in cash and in kind to the allied countries. Now, what were the effects of these World War One? So, the further topic is about that, the effects of the war. The war had a devastating impact on the entire continent, both psychologically and financially. From a continent of creditors, Europe turned into one of debtors. Unfortunately, the infant, newly born Weimar Republic was being made to pay for the sins of the old empire. Because the First World War, it was started by the imperial emperor in the Germany, but now this Weimar Republic had to pay for that, and the republic carried the burden of war guilt and national humiliation and was financially crippled by being forced to pay compensation. Those who supported the Weimar Republic, and in those the supporter of this Weimar Republic were socialists, Catholics and Democrats, they became easy targets of attack in the conservative nationalist circles. It means whosoever were the supporters of Weimar Republic, they were the easy target of the people. They were mockingly called the November criminals. This mindset had a major impact on the political development. The First World War left a deep imprint on the European society and politics. Soldiers came to be placed above civilians. Politicians and publicists laid great stress on the need for men to be aggressive, strong, and masculine. The media glorified trench life. The truth, however, was that soldiers lived miserable life. It means whatever was shown by the media, that was not truth, because they were showing the heroic side of these soldiers, but these soldiers, they were living a very miserable lives, trapped with rats feeding on corpses. They faced poisonous gas and enemy shelling and witnessed their rank reduce rapidly. Aggressive war propaganda and national honor occupied center stage in the public sphere. So there was a popular support grew for conservative dictatorships. And democracy was indeed a young and fragile idea, the fresh idea, which could not survive the instabilities of interwar Europe. So all these were the effects of the World War One on Germany. So beta, this was the topic for today. Further topic that we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.